This is Car Chronicles Extra. I'd like to welcome you now to our second program. You'll notice we've tweaked things a little bit. We're still in the experimental phase, but the goal remains the same, to show you some of the things we experience in a given week. Now today we'll take you up to Flint to give you a look at the plant there where GM is going to add a third shift. We'll also have a conversation with Bill Ford about the very important subject of getting young people interested in staying in Michigan and getting employed in the auto industry. But we start with the company that bears Bill Ford's name. Ford posting a $6.6 billion profit in 2010, and says CEO Alan Mulally greatly improving their balance sheet.
Based on the strength of our product line, we have reaffirmed our guidance that we will improve our operating profit over 2010 in 2011, including cash flow also. So great year, a fabulous year, and I think our guidance is that we're going to be able to deliver even a better year in 2011.
Yeah, and that bottom line of that means you expect the momentum to continue.
Absolutely, and just maybe the most important thing that is just wonderful to be able to share today is that we also announced our profit sharing with our UAW represented employees. And we also have announced with all of our salaried employees that we're going to be paying a bonus now based on the financial performance.
And do you expect that connection to continue to make sure employees, we talked about this at the auto show, are connected to the profitability of Ford?
I think it's absolutely key, and we're continuing to figure out how to align all of our employees with the performance and the success of Ford. And I think this is a tremendous first step.
It's nice to be reporting good news, and GM had its share as it added a new shift and about 750 new jobs at the Flint truck plant. GM North America President Mark Royce at the plant for the announcement, saying most of those new jobs would come from workers on layoff and those who had enough seniority to transfer to other plants. They'll get their chance to transfer back.
Now, we know a lot of people are working either in Lansing or Orion or have had other opportunities at Lordstown. So we're trying to be this, take care of our workers here when we do this. But, it's a tough equation, a lot of pieces to the jigsaw. But, yeah, when you start bringing everybody back first and then it creates holes in other places, we'll see some good things happen.
GM also announcing this past week it's withdrawing its request for federal loans from a program that helps companies transition to more energy-efficient vehicles. The company is saying it doesn't need the money and doesn't want the debt. GM also saying it'll get the Volt to the entire country faster than expected. It should complete its full rollout by the end of the year, and they're looking for ways to make more Volts long term. The president touting EVs in his State of the Union message. He wants to change that $7,500 tax credit to a direct rebate and provide about $2 billion more to car companies for EV research. Couple of interesting safety issues in the news. A big recall at Toyota. They're calling back about 250,000 Lexus ISs and GSs because of the potential for a fuel line leak. They say there have been no fires reported, but they want to make sure everything is taken care of. And at Ford, it's just an investigation right now, but the government's looking into the possibility that there could be some issues with the wheels, some cracking on the 2010 Fusion. Again, right now, just an investigation. No recall has been ordered yet. And on the subject of Ford, we went along with Bill Ford as he went to the University of Michigan to talk to graduate students about their future and maybe having a future in the auto industry.
If you look at our industry 100 years ago, when people poured into Michigan, poured into Detroit to be part of a technological revolution, it's happening again now, 100 years later. And so, yeah, I think it's a great way to keep young people here. Frankly, rather than send them to Wall Street, have them stay here, actually make something, not siphon money off, and make a difference.
Does that message get lost, though, the last couple of years with so much bad news? Do people just have a preconceived notion, auto industry, no future, and that's something that you have to change?
Well, I think we are changing it, and I think the people who are following us closely over the last couple of years see that. I mean, they see all the technology that's pouring into our vehicles. They see Ford's reputation now, at perhaps an all-time high, but what's driving that are the fundamentals, and underlying a lot of that is being the leader in technology introduction, which, if you're a young person starting out, this would be a great place to work.
Bill Ford also saying with two people from the business arena, Rick Snyder and Dave Bing, as governor of Michigan and mayor of Detroit, we have a rare opportunity to get things done and get things turned around. Now, we had a rare opportunity the past week. We had a chance to take a spin in the Cadillac SRX Turbo. The SRX is a very nice crossover to begin with. It had a 3-liter V6 turbo with 300 horsepower, and it just makes it more enjoyable to drive. Those who have handled it on the track say it's superb, but it's also very nice on the freeway. The turbo version, reportedly just a 1-year deal, not a long-term plan. Inside, the SRX is very nice, as upscale as you'd expect, but not 3 rows of seats, just 2. It was just updated a couple of years ago, and you can get 2 or all-wheel drive. That's our program today. We've got another one coming next week. We thank you for all of your feedback, and we do love to hear from you if you do have any suggestions. Of course, if you want the latest breaking news from the auto industry, you can always stay with WWJ News Radio 950 here in Detroit, and really around the world you can access our cbsdetroit.com website. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Auto Beat reporter Jeff Gilbert.